Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Old Tankard Ale, brewed by Pabst, introduced yesterday. Well, some people got a hold of it. As you know, this always happens earlier, but it looks like it came out on March 1st, 2016, originally introduced in 1937. At one time, this was the second best-selling ale behind Ballantine, and they brought back the Ballantine IPA, so now we have the Pabst Ballantine IPA, now the Old Tankard Ale, best by June 15, 2016, guys. Got the date, guys. 5.8% alcohol, 35 international bitterness units. It says, craft beer in cans isn't a new idea. In fact, it's over 80 years old. 1935 was the first year beer was ever packaged in cans, and the year Pabst introduced Old Tankard Ale. Okay, I was saying 1937, 1935, but they're saying a 1937 recipe on the website, so I'm not sure what the deal is. It says, open, can, pour into tankard, hoist with friends. Well, I don't have a tankard I'm going to use, but they use 2-row imported Cara-Munich and Cara-Aroma malts with Nugget, Liberty, Willamette, and Cascade hops. This classic ale exhibits the fruitiness and maltiness of an extra special bitter. Okay, the Old Tankard website isn't showing anything yet, but the Pabst portfolio, on their website is showing this. No scores on Rate Beer or Beer Advocate. Okay, there's only 5 reviews on Rate Beer. It has to be 10 for an average. Beer Advocate saying the beer is retired. They don't even have the page updated. I should be facing another way. The sun is kind of coming to the side. Okay, so let's check it out. Check it out. It was $6.99 for the 4-pack. $6.99. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Oh dear. City Brewing, okay. 473 milliliters. So this is the first video review for this beer in the world. Oh, look at that thick white head. And it's cascading like a fierce cascading cream colored head. A little soapy at the top. It is okay. Now City Brewing's got this copper colored, a little hazy. You can see very fine powdery sediment, a few little loose bubbles. Looks like an ESB, an extra special bitter. Smells like it. It's like I say this often, pungent, little yeasty, little caramel, fruity, like it's hard to say. I don't want to say not mango, but some kind of tropical fruit, and then a little spiced bread, maybe, and bread crust. Maybe I'm not so good at. It's almost like the candied fruit, though, in a fruit cake. Hard to say, but it smells really fine. And look at that. What you call it? Spongy head. The taste is similar to the aroma. Caramel, some fruitiness, some spiciness. moderate bitterness. The spice bread, the breadiness. I wanted to say it's like Fuller's ESB or Red Hook ESB, but it isn't. It's its own unique thing. So I can't say it's like this or it's like that. It's really like, you gotta try it. $6.99 for a 4-pack of this beer. And I've been saying this for a long time, that craft beers are not really anything new. Pabst, Anheuser-Busch, Miller, Heilemann, Stroh's, those companies all did Schlitz. They all did like ales and stouts and ESBs and all those types of beers, but they, for whatever reason, just weren't too popular, and they eventually died out, and they went with what was making them the money, which was the American adjunct lager and the light lagers, and to some extent malt liquors, to a small extent. But then we had the resurrection of the craft beer movement, and now the companies are trying to bring them back. They all, Anheuser-Busch, they always kind of kept those specialty beers around. They just weren't popular. Miller had their special reserve back in the 90s, so early 90s, even in the 80s. I think Pabst is going to bring back the Ondecker, which was introduced in 1939, an all malt specialty lager. Okay. This was a specialty ale. The mouthfeel is light to medium, more medium than light. The finish is semi-dry. There's a little candiness to it. It's refreshing out here. It's fairly warm, about 70. This very clear day. City Brewing, they're getting more into contract brewing more and more. They make the Guinness American Blonde lager, so they can do good work. They're satisfied, I guess, or they were satisfied to put out the atrocious Melanie Brewing stuff, but they can make good beer. I mean, they can do it. They have the ability. So, and I was looking on the Pabst website and noticed that Tsingtao is now part of their portfolio, so they bought that brand, the Tsingtao Pure Draft, and they, because they always did have a presence in China, Pabst, with their Pabst General beer and that $40 a bottle specialty Pabst Blue Ribbon beer over there in China, and the small town brewery, that makes Not Your Father's Root Beer and Ginger Ale, that's part of Pabst. They always did have an ale company, the McSorley's Ale House in New York City, Manhattan, which I've been to. Didn't drink there, but I'm going to next time. And they always had that, or they bought that. They acquired that from Reinhardt Brewing, so you can get the black lager and the Irish pale ale. So they've kind of been into that crafty, if you want to use the term, scene for the longest time. So this is dynamite. It's dynamite. The Ballantine ale is great. The Ballantine IPA is even better. And this is fantastic. I'm going to give it, yeah, it's an A. I mean, it's as good as all these other beers, and I mean, it's right up there with the Trooper, but it's like the Trooper's going to cost you this much money for one bottle, which is no kind of deal. You can get 4 pints for the same price, and it rivals Trooper, and it's got a little more bitterness and possibly, maybe, probably not, more character, but definitely this is an A beer. So, laissez-les bon temps relais. Keep up the good work. Pabst are the great work. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.